What's going on, you guys? Hope everybody is doing well. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Spence is getting stopped. Spence is getting stopped. Now, amongst the controversy last night at the Rolando Romero fight with the old man, Ishmael Barrosos, um, pretty much they said let's not have 20 weeks for any big fights, right? And the stoppage last night was extremely controversial. Hold up, let me see. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Salute to my boy Art Man. Got the clip. The stoppage was extremely controversial. Look at that. The punch whiffs. The body language from the old man, I don't know. But whatever the case, 20 Weeks, they don't want him refereeing this fight. They don't want 20 Weeks refereeing this fight. And yeah, Team Crawford comes out and says this. Please don't let Tony be the referee for this fight. That's coming up. What does she mean by coming up? Well, we already know what she's talking about. Somebody responds by saying, it don't matter, bro, getting cooked. She says, you're right, because Spence is getting stopped. So, yeah, salute to everybody in the building. You said Frank Martin fights July 15th. He posted it, so I don't know. Bud and Spence. Salute to D. Luckett for the super chat. He said, salute, champ. Glad to see you live. What's going on, D. Luckett, man? Much love to you, bro. Salute to everybody in the building. B Fighter, salute. Ivan Lopez was good. Bud Go Stop Spence, salute. Wayne Hennessy, Picasso was good. Yeah, man. Kevin Will, what's going on? Is that Baby Juju? Yeah. What's going on? Look, man. Spence came out the other day talking about he feeling play. Now that could be anything, man. Honestly, we don't know what the hell that really meant. But we just go for the sake of everything. We just go think so much about boxing, and I don't know. But then we hearing things like Esau Cruz is on the undercard. We hearing about Frank Martin now supposed to be fighting around that same time. We hearing about everybody else about to be fighting except for Spencecrawford, bro. Everybody but Spence and Crawford. People don't like the idea that it just seemed like a lot of fans don't like the idea that nobody's ducking or nothing no more. But I guess that's just the thing. They just don't want to see the fight. They just don't want to see the fight, man. Hit that like button for your boy, man. We go wait till some more people get up in here. Probably go open up the panel. Get you guys' starts, man. What else been going on with boxing? Amongst us waiting for this Spencecrawford thing. That's the next big fight, right? What's going on, Butch? Salute, man. Don't let Tony be the referee. Hell yeah, that's what I said last night too, though. I said he's liable to if Spence is somebody is teeing off, he'll jump the gun early on the fight, pull the plug on the fight, you know. But we just watched Stephen Butler get beat across the ring by Janabek. The referee let him fight. Let him try to continue because it was a championship fight. This was a championship fight as well, and they didn't let him continue. So people watching, viewers, like, oh shit, we don't want to see that again. That was bad. So yeah, they don't want Tony Weeks anywhere near this fight. Actually, you probably don't want no Tony Weeks or Kenny Bayless anywhere near these fights, man. They used to be great referees back in their day, but yeah, that was too blatant. So you said Spence fans been quiet since the fight seems to be close to be happening. Yeah, of course. Of course they're quiet, man. We already know, despite everything, right? The actual fight itself is gonna be a lot tougher than it's a lot tougher than they would like to admit. The actual fight itself is a lot tougher for Spence than they like to really admit. You got fans tossing up memes of dude already. So yeah, we didn't like what we saw last night. Errol Spence even had something to say about the fight. Ryan Garcia said that that was dirty. Rolly calls out Ryan, like I thought, like we all expected. You said sources say they saw 20 weeks wink at the ghost of Al Sam Watts at the ringside. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, you guys. I don't know. She she gives out hints that this fight is happening though, right? The next fight. She gives us hints that this thing is pretty much is happening next. Just a matter of when. Because I'm ready to see if what I've been predicting for years is gonna come to fruition. Terrence Crawford stopping Spence within 9 rounds. You said you over it? What's up, YSM? Salute to YSM in the building, man. What's going on? He said he's over it. Nah, man, you know this fight is happening. You ain't over it, bro. I don't know what Spence is doing with the riddles. I'm feeling play. He knew that fans was gonna take that and spin it many different ways. Whatever the case, they don't got too much time. If this fight is to happen in July, they need to get this shit cracking like right now. It's gonna be the end of May. You said when is the announcement? Ain't no telling. You said boxing has turned to WWE. Yeah, it has. You said either make it or don't. What you hearing, man? You hearing bad news or something, bro? Come on, man. Who's the hold up this time? You know what I'm saying? Like, who could be the hold up this time, man? I don't think the fighters is the hold up, man. I don't believe the fighters are holding up this fight. I believe they ready to fight. So what are we waiting on? Yeah, I'm just tired of waiting too, man. I'm tired of waiting too, bro. I'm ready to really, really get this thing going. Just so I can really start, the thing I've been predicting for years is that Crawford was going to stop Spence. And that was a bold prediction years ago. It was pretty bold to say that in public years ago, but I just think Crawford is going to stop the dude. I don't think Spence is a bum or anything close to that. I just think Crawford that's just what he do. It's just a matter of the fight getting fucking done though, man. And it better live up to the hype too. It should. The fight should live up to the hype, but we've been through this road before with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. That fight was boring as hell, man. Yeah, you could watch it and sit there and try to break down the sweet science of what Floyd was doing in the fight and all that. But for the hype that was built up for over the years it took to make it, it just didn't live up to it. Hopefully, this fight doesn't fall under the same under the same cloud. You said my people tell me it's a definite, but the longer it takes, the less I care. Yeah, man. Yeah, Greg Williams, I'm hearing the 15th, then I'm hearing the 22nd. It's got to be either one of those 2 dates, bro. I'm really just tired of the whole dates and the assumptions and shit and the tweets. You said Bud, not Floyd. Hell no. Nah. Bud ain't about to be up in there playing around like Floyd. Crawford's gonna go for the kill. They're really holding up the division. They're holding up the division. See, I don't know. I don't know, man. Really, at this point, I'm feeling like YSM. I'm feeling like YSM. I'm kind of just tired of it. I'm tired of the subliminals. And I'm really just. You said Virgil Stanionis and Crawford Spence cooled down the division. Yeah, they did. Salute to D Lucky for the super chat. He says PBC is starting to get exposed too. Too much controversy on that end. Who knows at this point when it comes to the PBC? Salute to D Lucky for the super chat, man. Man, ain't no telling, bro. I'm just tired of it, bro. Come on. What is taking so long? Like, you figure we would have got it announced. Well, how they gonna announce it? How they gonna do it at this point? Are you gonna do it at a fight? Are you just gonna do it randomly out of nowhere? What time of the day? Like, what are y'all doing, man? People need to let get their shit ready. It's gonna be summertime, vacations, all this shit. Like, what are y'all doing, man? What are y'all doing, man? Fans lost a lot of passion for the fight. Boxing fans lost a lot of passion for the fight, man. The fight that's coming up. What fight is coming up? You know? You got fans saying it could be Haney Loma. But fans automatically gonna assume when Letitia Crawford comes out and says the fight that's coming up, they gonna assume that she's talking about her brother's fight. He says, I'm a fan of both, but I don't know what I see. TBC stopping Errol Spence in within 8 rounds. Remember, I said this. I barely run with picks and results in the picks. I'm with you on that, man. I mean, I've been saying it for years that I think Crawford gonna stop the dude within like 9 rounds. It's kind of bold. It's kind of a bold pick, but yeah, I think that's just what's gonna happen because that's usually what happens. And I don't think Spence is going to be able to make the adjustments to really keep up with the dude. No, I don't think Bud and Spence being friendly with each other, cerebral, is going to take away from the fight. I think they're going to really go for it, bro. I think they're going to go for it. They ain't that damn cool now. They ain't that damn cool. I think they're going to fight hard. You know, they don't got to hate each other, but I don't think they're going to try to I don't think it's going to be a thing to where they got way too much respect for each other. You said, will there be a rematch? Yeah, it should be. It's probably a rematch in the fight. Rematch clause in the fight for sure. Yeah, I think it's a rematch. Both ways. Crawford probably got a rematch. Spence got a rematch. Because you gotta look at it too, like it's a business. This is a big money fight. You know, the whole situation is just a big money situation. So why not try to squeeze the most out of it? So I don't mind the rematch situation because I expected them to fight multiple times anyway. But damn, you know, Crawford's pushing 36 now. This was back when Errol Spence was. I seen a poster and it showed when Keith Thurman was still undefeated, bro. Back when Jeff Horn first became champion. And I think Spence was 28-0 at the time. And Spence is still only like 28-0, it looks like. It's just ridiculous, bro. You said I heard that TBC. What's up, Rebel Life Boxing? Y'all go subscribe to Rebel Life Boxing. What's going on, man? He says, I heard that he said, I heard that Spencecrawford will be announced anytime now. Man, that's what it feels like. It feels like it could be announced at any time, bro. It feels like it could be announced at any time. You said if the Saudis are putting money up to make the fight happen, I would say PBC. These Saudi guys control the world's oil. They are trainers, Bud and Spence going to leave with the money. Yeah, man, of course. Saudis want to get more involved with boxing, man. But it's just certain fights that the public is going to want to see here. You know? He says, I'm tired of them and their teams. Either make it or don't. The sport is more than just one fight. Yeah, that's true. But I think you only saying that because Boots is involved. Um, I think both dudes want to fight. I think it's their teams that's taking too damn long. I think it's the guys like Steven Espinoza, Al Heyman that's taking a long time. You know what I'm saying? I think the fighters are ready to fight, bro. I think they're ready to fight. They're ready to fight. They're ready to get back to work. They're ready to get paid. So whatever going on with the business side, I think that's the problem. I don't think Spence or Crawford right now is the problem with this fight. I don't just see it. I don't believe it. After what Tank and Ryan just did, nah, man, come on. They said, nah, man, we need to go ahead and put up a show out. It's our turn to show out now. So the businessman got to get their shit together. Come on, Steven. I'm looking at Steven Espinoza, the PBC spokesman, the PBC promoter, man, the guy that's the voiceman, the spokesman. Steven has the answers. But for whatever reason, Spence is feeling played. For whatever reason, Errol Spence is feeling played, man. Everybody assumed that it's because of the Saudi situation. I don't even know where that honestly came from, but this is just what they saying on these boxing streets. That the Saudi dude, Amir Abdallah, was, I guess, looking to, I don't know, something with the Spencecrawford fight. Now hit that like button for your boy. He said we were talking about the same. Yeah, I just had to stick you in the hit you with a body shot real quick with the Boots comment wise. I just hit you in the, had to take a cheap shot on you. Yeah, we've been talking about the same fight for 3 years. This is why I'm so glad that guys like Keyshawn and Andy and Shakur and Tank and all these guys, I'm glad they rocking right now, bro. Because that's something to talk about. But this is something that's like, are we going to get to the end of this or what, man? You don't like Espinoza, Butch. What is Steven lied to us about, man? You said Spence and Bud been fighting once a year for the last 2-3 years. Yeah, man. Crawford's career slowed down once he became a welterweight. His career slowed down. But he's more active than all them dudes, and he got 40 fights. So that's why I'm really not going to Bud for him not fighting that much. He got almost 40 fights. These dudes, they barely got 30 fights and shit, bro. He got more knockouts than they got fights. So they're playing catch up with him as far as putting in that work. They playing catch up. They better be stacking this card or some shit. They better be stacking the whole card. Put Pitbull on there, put Frank on there. They can just fight whoever too. It don't even matter who they fight. Just put all them, put everybody on the card then. And then put Boots on there too and let him fight Raymond Villa and the co-main. Man, bro, you ain't lying. He says by the time these two fight love, we will find in One Piece already. I'm telling you, bro. 1 million episodes. 1 million fucking episodes, bro. He says, are you going to the fight if you can't get to the show? Yeah, I'm gonna try to be in the building, bro. But the longer they take, the more less interested I'm in being in the building. Like, come on. Because I can do my magic from home or I can go there and do some work. So it don't really matter. But I definitely want to be in the building. But me personally, I like watching fights from the crib because watching it live, it just don't look the same to me. It don't look nearly as good. It don't look nearly as good. Watching it live, it just don't look nearly as good. Not to me anyway. It's almost a totally different thing too. But for that fight, I got to be in the building. Definitely got to be in the building for that one. YSM won't let me live it down if I don't show up anyway. Hey, you ain't lying, D Lucky. If they don't announce it By the end of this month, it's not happening. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. What's today's date? What, like the 13th, 14th? Shit. Shit. If they don't announce that fight within the next couple of weeks, bro, it's not gonna happen, dog. You said Spence don't got the power. You need somebody with skill and power to be Bud. I agree. I agree. Bush says he lied to us about the fight almost happening and it being 100% done. I mean, if you want to keep me going. Oh, man. Look, man. I guess once we get that announcement, our fans going to want to know what took so long. Are we really going to want to know what really took so long? I think we need some answers. I like, what took so damn long? Like, what took so long? Like, moving forward for any other big fight, what took so? I don't think taking Ryan didn't even take this long. Crawford ain't signed with nobody, so there's no promotional problems. There's no network issues. He's a free agent. So I don't know what it could be, bro. It could be something that's totally not even a part of with Terrence and Spence. It's probably something to do with them trying to set up the undercard. If I'm honest, it could be something like them trying to set up these undercard fights. That could possibly be what the holdup is. And Spencecrawford just sitting here, they can't speak on it, so they got to kind of just sit here and, while people just come out with these assumptions and shit. And when they come out with these cryptic tweets and these vague statements, and fans are continuing to get less and less interested in the fucking fight altogether. You said announcement? What announcement? You said at first I was thinking Boots could beat Bud, but some months back, but I've been doing some studying. Boots got a certain flaw that Bud will capitalize. Oh, I'm curious to know, what do you think? What is this flaw, Toby? What is this flaw that Boots have that Crawford exposed? You said a lot of these YouTube channels better hope Spence beat Bud. Yeah. I don't know, man. Boots in this. I still got questions. You know what I'm saying? He's checking all the boxes, though, but I still got a few questions. I can't just confidently say he'll go up in there and just beat up on Spencecrawford like that. I can't just say that. But I got questions, even though I feel like he's checking all the boxes. He could be fighting Keith Thurman. Like, where's Keith Thurman at? This is August. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these dudes kind of just sitting around. A lot of the welterweights are just waiting. Like, what are we waiting on? He says, I believe this has been out of the fighter's hands, and particularly Spence. I think Spence had a rude awakening over exactly how much control he really has over his critics. Damn. That's an interesting point, man. I see your comment, Rebel Life. He said fight will happen July 26, 2066. He says, I really believe this has been. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. I don't know. It could be. It could be, bro. If he had a choice to go somewhere else and make a lot more money, is that why he's upset? Who knows? This is what just fans are speculating. This is just what fans are speculating. You say he go wait. Now I think Errol wants to fight, Butch. Straight up, I think Errol really wants to fight, bro. You gotta think this is his livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he probably didn't really want it before, but I think right now, I think Errol Spence definitely wants to fight, bro. I can't even sit here and cap. I think it's the business dudes. It's something with the business. It probably not even got nothing to do with Spencecrawford at all. But fans are losing their patience, man. Fans are getting impatient. The fans want to know, are we even going to get this thing, man? What's going on, Trico? I see you in the building. He said Rolly fought my granddaddy. Yeah, man, Rolly crazy, bro. And Rolly looked really bad too. And that was a really bad stoppage. That was a real bad stoppage. You say you don't think EJ Harden in it no more? It might not be. Might not be, man. We don't see him enough, bro. Like we don't see these guys enough, man. We don't see him enough. And it's not like it's a thing at boxing to where, you know, they'll fight all comers. As long as they're healthy. Nah, man. There's a reason why dudes be so inactive when the people be welterweighting, man. I think, I don't know. Some part of me feel like some of the wrong dudes just be really in position sometimes in boxing. The champion or the dude that's supposed to be the best supposed to take on all comers. Now, Spence has been doing that to a degree. He fought all the best dudes. He went and got all the belts. Took him a long time. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be lying to you if I told you it looked like he really wanted to fight Crawford when you told dude in his face that why wouldn't I go the easy road? Like how could you say that? So yeah, back then, he didn't want to smoke. We should have been had this fight. We should be talking about the third one right now, but here we are. Here we are. You said Arrow and Al should be doing both of everything in their power to get this shit over. Yeah, man. But like I said, Butch, it could possibly be something like them trying to set up the undercard, bro. Spencecrawford probably already done, for all we know. They probably already done. Both guys probably already signed their part of the contract, all that. But they probably trying to put up a nice undercard too. And if we hearing rumors that Pitbull's on the card, they probably got to find an opponent for him, a showcase fight for him, to try to sell him, to feed him off it to Tank Davis in the next one. For when Tank Davis returns. And if they put Frank Martin on the card, that'd be a good showcase for him as well. Because he's one of the guys that should be next to fight Tank anyway. He says Boots eventually stopped throwing his jab, sometimes get careless, crosses his feet. Last fight was flat-footed badly. If that was Bud, he would have stopped him, and etc. Boots isn't normally flat-footed, though. He was in there with a guy that seemed to have faster feet than he did, bro. I'm not saying Kukuchan was the faster dude, but it just seemed like Kukuchan had the better, faster feet. And he had Boots, spinning in circles and shit, bro. Missing big. One thing I noticed about Boots, and I think he's going to get it right over time, though. I think the tactic like that comes with experience. Is he just don't change up the speed of his punches. Everything's coming out hot. Everything's coming out hot. A guy like Crawford will get that timing down. You know what I'm saying? A guy like Crawford will definitely get that timing down and capitalize on that. So you gotta that'll come with experience, man. You said the undercard at this point just pay for one fight. And I read it in your voice because I know you was yelling, Butch. Oh, man. You say for a fact that one fighter is in camp right now. You say, so you think Spence is in camp? Spence looked like he'd been in camp from the Ellie Segback videos. He looked like he was in camp. Yeah, Bud wouldn't duck the fight, bro. I think we should just turn the chapter on who's ducking who narrative. I think it's just something with the business right now, if I'm honest. I don't think Crawford is a step away from boxing like royalty type shit. Like he's a couple of fights away, a few fights away maybe, from being in boxing royalty if he can get the big fights and the stars align for him. If he could beat Spence, if he can get the Jamel fight or whoever has all the belts up there at 54, He could be down in boxing royalty. I don't think Crawford is trying to duck nobody. That sounds crazy. And Spence, well, his job is to stop it and become undisputed himself. To be the first undisputed welterweight champion since Zab Judah in the four belt era. So man, yeah. So amongst the money for the fight, there's a lot riding on it too. Not to mention they both undefeated. You said Omaha, Nebraska, Bud in camp. LT said, sounds like Team Crawford scared of having weeks in there with Spence beat you down style. Hey. Look, Spence ain't going for that. Spence ain't gonna go for that, man. Spence. Hold up. Yeah, Spence. I forgot I was saying that. Shit, fuck it. So you said Bud is in camp right now. Bud got like a little fro growing from the video that I saw when the security gave him a hard time. He had like a little fro growing, so I don't know. Spence actually had looked nappy and shit too. They both look like they in camp. If I'm honest, they ain't been to the barbershop, so I don't know. You said Spence getting stopped. He said he having problems. How do we know it's a problem with the contract, LT? How we know it's a problem with the contract, man? Oh, you said a clip of Bud training last night. He looks to be in camp though. He probably is in camp, bro. They probably ready to really announce this fight. They probably just waiting on the undercard to get set up. You said Spence need to move on. See, LT. You don't want to see Spence get up in there, man. Because you know what's gonna happen. Deep down, you know what's gonna happen, LT. You know what's gonna happen, man. He says Al don't do good with cross promotions. Hold up. Al don't do good with cross. Al has nothing to do with TC Porter negotiations. That's the only reason why that fight was bad. Al was totally against it. Oh man. Bro. Al. Let me see. Did Al have something to do with Tank fight though? You know what I'm saying? Did Al have something to do with Tank's fight? You say you want to see? Nah, Spence ain't don't the one that said no tune-ups. You know, that's what Spence wants to do. He likes to do fights with no tune-ups. He wants to get right up in there and get right busy, like a true champion. That's what Spence wants. That's what all the fighters and the champions in the UFC got to do. So there's no, hey, that's just boxing got so soft since Floyd Mayweather took over. In the post Mayweather era, it got soft to where dudes start taking tune-ups and shit. But when you look over there at the MMA side of things, them dudes come in from 3-year layoffs and all types of shit and hopping in there with the very best dudes and rumbling with them. And this is what Spence is about to be doing. And here you are wanting Spence to move on. How uncompetitive of you, man. How uncompetitive of you, LT. Come on. Spence said he don't want nobody but Crawford. I salute him for it too. But see, it's fans like you, bro. That is the reason why this fight took this long in the first place. Yeah, because y'all don't want to see the fight for real. Because deep down, you know what's going to happen, man. Show's over. Nah, they ain't competitive, man. Spence fans don't be acting competitive. Tank fans don't be acting competitive. Like y'all just ain't competitive. I think Spence and Tank can rumble, but y'all don't want to see them fight for real. Y'all don't even want to see them fight. Yeah, I may be I critique Tank a little bit. Yeah, I say he on the Latino tour and all that, but put that motherfucker in the ring with anybody, I bet you he can handle him. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you that too. And his power will always be there and to be a threat to anybody. So yeah. I'm not looking for no outs, man. Oh, he need to do this and that. Nah, man, it's time. Spence is brave enough to hop in there with Crawford after a layoff, bro. You gotta respect that shit. You gotta respect that. Because guys like Keith and them, we talking about they need a tune up and then a get back fight and then another warm up. So, but here you are talking about, nah, man. Spence need to move on and all this other stuff. Come on, man. You said again, Danny Garcia was a tune up? Yeah, man. Errol been sitting on the shelf for the past 365 days, Butch. He been sitting on the shelf, bro. So he's pissed. That's probably why he feel played. Like, man, I've been sitting around for a long time. I'm starting to feel played. Because you can't be mad at Crawford for fighting Avaresian. Why you mad now? So he could be suffering the same fate as Spence? With a promoter and a dude that's supposed to be running his career? Nah, bro. Crawford don't even got nobody running his career. He was still able to get a quick fight and to make it a lucrative payday, man. And I remember years ago, man, the narrative used to be, and I'm sure some of you guys remember this narrative too, is that for the PBC fighters, that they had a lot of flexibility, that they was their own bosses, and they can kind of fight and do what they want. I remember that. But over the years, that has gotten clouded and overshadowed with coward talk. Oh, he on the wrong side of the street and all this other shit. Like, wait a minute. I thought these dudes can move around and fight anyway, do what they want. Al Heyman let them do what they want to do. And like, yeah, they let Stephen Foden and those guys that really want to do something go do it. Sean Porter, he want to go do something to go do it. And they really want to do something, he'll let them do it. He said 20 Weeks admitted it was a mistake. That's good, man. Look, I'm not knocking Tony Weeks, man. He's been a great referee. He fucked up. Now, some people say he was on a take, and it looked like it, the way that shit was. But he admits it was a mistake. That's all we could just take it as that. Take it as that. You said EJ and 6. What's going on, man? Big Texas in the building. But 20 Weeks don't need to referee no big fights right now. That was a bad call. But I will give you this. Just to say Tony Weeks he is admitting that he was wrong, right? But the way the old man did fall, it probably did look like, the way his body language was, the way he reacted to that situation, looked like he reacted. It was a lot worse than what it really was. He didn't even get hit for real. And he reacted all crazy like he got hit. And 20 Weeks probably jumped the gun like, oh shit, this is an old man. I know his real age. Let me stop this. That could have been it too, man. But that was a bad stoppage. You said Errol feels played by Al Heyman. That Errol, that's Errol and them leaving that up for people to assume. You said they'll throw that life jacket off for Weeks. So Weeks ain't innocent, man. Look, man, Weeks been a really great referee for this whole time I've been seeing him, bro. I never seen him make nothing shady, nothing really questionable. that shit right there, that was questionable though. That was questionable. He jumped the gun, man. He jumped the gun. And they said, don't ref the next fight. She said, don't let him ref the next fight. She looked at the old man. The old man looked like he's just weathered. That he missed. Rolly missed completely. Just a horrible fight. And then he just stops it. Like, dude didn't even hit him. So, yeah, man. They say don't have him ref the next big fight. Keep him away from the next big fight. Damn, Tony. Look at that. People got memes. Oh, man. I don't know, man. Weeks got to sit in time out for a little minute, though. A lot of people ain't trying to hear none of that, though, D-Luckett. A lot of folks ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. You said that's a rematch. So you said Rolly and Tank is going to fight again. Tank said he ain't fighting at 140 no more. If Tank gets his belt at 140, he ain't going to be able to do nothing with it because he ain't trying to fight nobody for real. The dudes that don't want to have nothing to do with the belts like that don't want to have to fight nobody for real. Because when you got the belts, you may have to fight somebody. But when you ain't got no belts, well, you could just kind of just say, like, look, I want to do this, I want to do that. You said they just hate Rolly, so Weeks had to suffer. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just waiting on this fight to be announced, man. I don't know. I don't want to say any day now because we said that last October when we was waiting for this November, the mythical, the legendary November 19th date, and it just never happened. You know what I'm saying? Remember the fight supposed to be happening November 19th? And now here we are. They talking about July and shit. Took too long. They're taking too long. It simply just better live up to the hype. It better live up to the hype. Yep. But yeah, you guys, I don't know, right? I don't want to be hold you too long Sunday night. Sister Crawford says that Spence is getting stopped anyway. I agree with that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're biased, Bushido, and all that. Nah, I've been saying that for years, bro. I like Errol Spence, but I think in a fight with Terrence Crawford, I think Terrence Crawford is just a bad fight for him. I think Terrence Crawford just go stop him. Somewhere between the first, I ain't gonna say early in the fight, but I'll say somewhere around the 9th round, Crawford's gonna stop Spence. He gonna stop him. His timing's he gonna get his timing down. Spencer isn't gonna be able to out adjust him. This is just my prediction, my opinion. I don't think Spence is going to be able to make the adjustments. Now, what Spence probably will do, and it's risky, especially if he's worried about his mouth, is bulldog Crawford like he did in the Mikhail Brook fight. But see, that was before the detached retina and the partials that's in his mouth and shit. So Spence going to really, really have to go for the gusto against Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford got the fastest feet. Yeah. He could swear Spence won't have the southpaw advantage. He won't have the southpaw advantage. Derek James said he don't be watching Bud fight, but he should have been watching it. So he could figure out a way his fighter could stop this dude. So he can figure out a way. Spence can't be sitting there pawing with his jab and all that stuff he usually does. I don't think he wants to do that with Crawford. Now when Crawford likes to punch in between your punches. Crawford likes to punch in between your punches. He likes to punch with Spence don't necessarily like to punch with you. He don't necessarily like to do it. Crawford, he lives for that, the punching with you and shit. It puts him at risk, but that's what he likes to do. Spence don't necessarily like to do that. Spence, another thing about Spence that I questioned for years is that he fought a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes that he fought never was necessarily like, and Crawford is in the same boat as these guys. Nobody was necessarily bigger than him or labeled to be really stronger than him or anything like that. He's always the bigger, stronger guy. So how would he do against somebody that can match his strength? Well, Crawford, I think, could be able to match his strength now since they waited so long to fight him. I think Crawford probably is a naturally strong dude anyway, but I think definitely now he'll be able to match Spence's strength. Spence fought a lot of guys that was smaller coming up and shit. So that's why I say I got a lot of questions. I had a lot of questions with Errol Spence that still never really got answered. Spence ain't really fought too many punches either. He ain't fought too many guys that was considered punchers. Sean Porter ain't no puncher. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia wasn't cracking nothing at 147. So I don't know. We go see. I think Crawford, just stylistically, is a really bad fight. What's going on, Eagle Vision? I see you in the building. But yeah, you guys, I don't want to hold you guys too long, man. Much love to everybody. That's just my thoughts on it. I just wait for the announcement, man. Wait, when we get the announcement, what's going on, Zoe Life? I see you, bro. Once we get the official announcement, man, then we really can get to cooking. You know what I'm saying? We really get to cooking. A 36-year-old Crawford going up against Errol Spence, man. Who saw this coming, though? You know, we started talking about this fight back when Crawford was, 32? You know, and Spence was still in his 20s, bro. Crawford closer to 40 now than he is to 30. He's going to be closer to 40 than he is to 30 by the time this thing happens. I don't think that's going to be a problem, though. The age for Crawford, I don't think that's going to be a factor, though. But it's still something to take note of. What's going on with Joseph Bailey? It's just something to take note of. Like, damn, he's 36 now. He first started talking about this fight when Crawford was fucking like 32 years old or something. Now his hairline receding back further and further and shit. He getting old. But the thing with Crawford, though, is he's a smart fighter. He wasn't a fighter that really relied on. He's always been an IQ fighter. A fighter that really thinks and shit like that. So, Bud will be around. Be around as long as he needs to be. Whether you feel like he's slipping or not, I think Crawford's just gonna be around because he's a smart fighter. But Spence needs to get up on it. Be coming up with a game plan. Somebody that it's gonna be hard to find a sparring partner for him. To emulate Terrence Crawford. That's another thing about fighting Crawford. We gotta find sparring partners, guys that can mimic him, guys that his height with his reach, because Crawford has a long reach for the weight class. Yeah, he's a hard dude to prepare for and everything. Derek James over here talking like, man, yeah, I don't watch none of his fights. Come on, Derek. But yeah, man, that's my take on it, man. I got Crawford still winning the fight. That's not gonna change. I just think that he's a bad fight for Spence. I do think Spence wants to fight. Spence got something to prove. Errol Spence wasted a lot of time. I'm not gonna say it's all his fault, but it's a lot of time been wasted, man. A lot of good years been wasted from that man's career, and now he's playing catch up. He's playing catch up. You could say Crawford been sitting down too, but Crawford got almost 40 fights. He got more knockouts than some of these dudes got fights. So, yeah, man, we gonna see, man. He said, "Let's pray about it." Hey, man, it's just a matter of time, bro. I'm just looking. I'm looking at it now. It's like how they go announce the D. Like how they go about announcing it. You go announce it on the internet. Is Spence go announce it? Is Crawford go announce it? Are they both go announce it? What's going on, Modern King Box? How they gonna go about announcing it now? You know, I figured the Tank fight would have been a good time. However, you don't want to take no juice away from those guys, and vice versa. So I don't know. How would they go about announcing it? I don't know. They just need to go ahead and fucking announce it. But yeah, you guys, salute to everybody in the building, man. Team Crawford comes out and says that please don't let the referee for this fight that's coming up now, because she be talking about Haney Loma, or is she talking about Errol Spence Jr. and her brother? Like, subscribe, hard your boy. Peace out.